5-star dummy.
How's everybody doing? Got us a good game here, Rutgers and Miami. 13 and a half minutes to go in the fourth quarter. Rutgers is up 21-17 over the ACC. 2nd and 1 for Rutgers. Bounces it outside. Huge gain. 20, 15, 10. Might be a touchdown. No, they say he went out at the 1. Big play by Rutgers. Looking to extend their lead up 4 with 13 minutes to go. Touchdown would put them up 10. What's up? How y'all doing? Jonathan Miller, safety first. RKD, Nizzy B, double agent. Jonathan Miller, number 1 fan of the U. Floby, Marty Sykes. The bowl games up to now have been terrible. Yeah, the good bowl games pretty much have started in the last couple of days. I agree with you. Dogs fan senior. TCB. Louis Philippe, what's up, buddy? Biggs Mikes, Matt Dummett, Paxton, Robert. Hope y'all are having a good Thursday. Arizona and Oklahoma tonight on Patreon. The Patreon people have spoken. They have voted. They want the Arizona-Oklahoma game on Patreon today, so that's what we will do. Tomorrow, I think it's the Ohio State-Missouri game on Patreon. And then Monday, Alabama and Michigan on Patreon. Is Lou a Dodgers fan? No, I don't even watch baseball. Arizona only favored by 1.5 with Dylan Gabriel gone. I smell a Sooner upset. Yeah, I like Oklahoma in that one too, but man, I think it's going to be a good game. Tim Skelton says, hotty toddy. Ole Miss plays Penn State, I believe, right? That'll be a good game. I like Ole Miss in that one. Hard to trust Penn State in big games anymore, unfortunately. Lou, do you have a Houston hat? I do not have a Houston hat. Do I need one? Somebody mentioned yesterday I should get a Texas hat. Do I need a Houston hat too? If I get a Texas hat, that kind of includes Houston. Are you going live for Kansas State versus NC State? No, I'm going to live stream the rest of this game, and then I'll be back at 9 o'clock for Arizona and Oklahoma, but that'll be on Patreon. I wonder who's the next blue blood Cristobal is going to run into the ground. You're not calling Miami a blue blood, are you? Miami's not a blue blood program by any definition of the word. Lou, I will send you an Ole Miss hat. I wouldn't wear an Ole Miss hat. I don't wear team hats except for Georgia. So I wouldn't have no interest in an Ole Miss hat, unfortunately. It's going to be 1st and goal for Rutgers. Do you have the other LA hat? What other LA hat? I just have this Los Angeles hat. Do you think Ryan Day is overrated? No, I don't. I think he's rated as the 1st or 2nd best coach in the Big Ten, and I think that's what he is. I wonder which we're back team is Cristobal going to run into the ground next. I don't know. Miami has never lost to Rutgers, not once in history, and they were in the same conference for a long time. Remember the Big East? Miami has never... Mario Cristobal out here trying to set records. Mario Cristobal is about to do something that's never been done in the history of Miami football. Lose to Rutgers. And I should have known Miami was going to lose. You know why? I bet them to win. That's why. Boy, I'm telling you, I'm on a cold streak when it comes to picking these bowl games like you wouldn't believe. I don't know what my exact record is on games that I've bet, but it's a losing record. It's I don't know, something like 4-8 probably on games that I've bet. The best one is the Atlanta hat. Yeah, I have an Atlanta hat. I wore that yesterday. I have an Atlanta hat. That looks like a touchdown on 2nd and goal. Waiting on the call. There it is. Touchdown, Rutgers. They're going to extend their lead An extra point will give them a 10-point lead over Miami with what, about 10 minutes to go? Rutgers used to be the joke of the Big Ten, but they've gotten better lately. Yeah, they had a decent season. They started out good this year, and then it all fell apart at the end. I mean, I think they were 4-0 and finished 6-6. I got the Texas State game, but SMU screwed me. Yeah, I took SMU minus 11, and they not only did they not win by 11, they fucking lost. So I lost that one earlier. It looks like I'm going to lose this one. I don't want to bet the NC State-Kansas State game because I don't know who the hell's going to win. I've got no clue on that game. And I haven't bet the Oklahoma-Arizona game yet. But if I do bet it, I'm probably going to bet Oklahoma, which means Arizona will win. Clemson versus Kentucky prediction. I think I did a video on that. I like Clemson in that one. Why do you think Kyle McCord didn't choose Nebraska? I've got no idea. No clue. Yeah, no pay-loo so far today. I lost the first game, and it looks like I'm going to lose this one unless Miami has some kind of crazy comeback here in the last 10 minutes. Group of 5 teams don't belong in the playoffs. I agree with you. Georgia fans can watch Alabama win a national championship. Well, I hope so. You know, I pulled for the SEC, so we'll see. Lou, what are your thoughts on the tush push? I don't know. I mean, I don't really know how you could outlaw it. Mount Rushmore is in Los Angeles. Yeah, who was it that said that? Who was it that... I saw the video clip of somebody saying that. Who was it? Somebody thought Mount Rushmore was in Los Angeles. Deion Sanders, that's right. Deion Sanders thought Mount Rushmore was in L.A. Can you please bet on Iowa? I just need to guarantee UT wins. Unfortunately for you, Jace, I picked Tennessee. So if I bet that game, I'll be betting Tennessee. Although the line has come down more toward Iowa now that Joe Milton's not playing and Nico is. The line has come down a couple of points. Thoughts on Nico starting? I think that's the best thing for Tennessee. I think it's better for Tennessee to let Nico play in this game to get a game's worth of experience heading into next year. I don't know what it will mean for this game in particular. I don't know how he'll play in this game, but I think it's a clear advantage to get Nico a game's worth of experience here heading into next year. I know Joe Milton played in the bowl game last year. Tennessee beat Clemson. Joe Milton played amazing. And then he wasn't worth a shit this year. And Tennessee went 8-4. I mean, I know what's going to happen if Nico has a good game and Tennessee wins. We all know what's going to happen. The Tennessee retards are going to run around all offseason saying they're going 100-0 and Nico's winning the Heisman, just like they did with Joe Milton. But then we all know what's going to happen when the season starts, too. I don't really eat Pop-Tarts very often. I don't remember the last time I bought Pop-Tarts, but I like the strawberry and the cherry frosted Pop-Tarts. Iowa and their zone defense will let the ball turds know what they have in Nico for 2024, says RKD. Kieran says, how go with Lou? Hope you and the family are good. We are good. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Thank you. Hope y'all are doing all right, too. Happy New Year to everybody. Arizona's going to beat Oklahoma like a drum. Damn. Is that true? Arizona is favored. Arizona is favored. Big game for Arizona, too. All right, the extra point was good. So we've got an 11-point game now, 28-17. Rutgers on top of Miami. About 10 minutes to go in the fourth quarter. And like a 5-star dummy, Uncle Lou bet on Miami to win the game. Rutgers was favored. I took Miami on the money line to win the game outright. And it doesn't look like that's going to happen. 11:51 to go. So Miami running out of time here. They need to make something happen on offense here on this possession. Tennessee will be in the playoffs next year. Yeah, that's copy and pasted from my comment section every single offseason since I've been on YouTube. Y'all say that every year. Y'all say that every year. Once in the last 15 years has Tennessee had a season where they would have been in a 12-team playoff. Once in the last 15 years. But yeah, I'm sure it's going to happen next year. Next year's always the year. Next year's always the year. 1st and 10 for Miami on their own 25 after the touchback. Let's see if they can get something going here in the fourth quarter and try to come back and win this one. Snap. Throws over the middle. Caught. Good for a first down. Picks up 12 yards. George with the catch. Miami playing a bunch of backups. Quarterback situation weird. But everybody's got players out in these mid to low-level bowl games. 11 and a half minutes to go now. Miami down 11. Eventually next year will come, Lou. Yeah, if you keep saying we're going to win it all next year and you live to be a million years. Miami fumbles. Wow. Oh my God, this guy has ran 40 yards backwards. Holy shit. This is legitimately like a 40-yard loss. Wow. That might be the most Miami play of all time. Look at the mascot. Mascot standing there like this. That goddamn duck. Did y'all see that Miami duck? Look at this. This is a 30-yard loss. What is this guy doing? Look. Then he not only does he, Jesus Christ, man. What in the world? Boy, you might as well punt this motherfucker on 3rd down. What, was there a penalty? God damn, the play didn't even count. The play didn't even count. Dodger fan? No. Talking about the Los Angeles Dodgers? No. I don't even watch baseball, man. I don't care about baseball. The refs are trying to help Miami out. Yeah, it must be ESPN bias. I don't know. 2nd and 10. Quarterback keeps. Wants to get to the edge. Out of bounds after a gain of about 5. It's going to be 3rd and 5 coming up now for Miami. I think they ruled it an incomplete pass. It was a jet sweep deal where they tossed it forward. And so I think they ruled that thing an incomplete pass. I don't have the volume on, so a lot of times I miss out on the explanations of things, but I think they ruled it a incomplete pass. Yeah, stop mistreating me. That's a good idea. Please stop mistreating me. That's a great idea. And hit the thumbs up, too. Please. A 3rd and 5 for Miami. Restrepo in motion. Snap. Handoff right up the middle. Not going to get there. It's going to be about 3 yards short. 4th and about 2 coming up for Miami. Decision time here. Decision time. Anytime Mario Cristobal's got to make a big decision, not good. Not good. Somebody should just hire Mario Cristobal as lead recruiter. It's becoming pretty obvious the guy can't coach his way out of a wet paper bag. What's up with Restrepo's face? I don't know that I've ever seen his face, to be honest with you. I like him as a football player, though. 4th and 2, Miami is going to go for it. Empty backfield. Feels like a quarterback run to me. Now they stop the play. Rutgers has taken a timeout. Miami was going to go for it on 4th and 2. They had the quarterback in a shotgun in an empty backfield. Rutgers called timeout, so we'll see what Miami decides to do now. But it looked like they were setting up for a quarterback draw to me. Hit the thumbs up and type about the hat. Yeah, thank you, Ken Dog. Yeah, make sure y'all hit the thumbs up. That is a big help, for real. All joking aside, it's the easiest thing you can do to help support the show and the live stream today. So please hit that thumbs up if you hadn't already. Who has the best current uniforms in your opinion? You can't even keep up with that anymore because so many of these teams have 15 different uniforms. Like Tennessee wore a different uniform in each of its first 6 games, so you can't even keep up with it anymore. Fake the draw, throw it long to Restrepo, says BVD. Trucking with Jeter says Miami doing Miami things. Thank you for the super chat, Trucking with Jeter. And Paul David Elliott, thank you for the super chat. He says, hey, Uncle Woo, Happy New Year from New York. From New York. What's going on in New York, buddy? Happy New Year. I hope you ain't going to Times Square in a couple of days. Boy, what a zoo that is, New York. I like New York. I've been there a bunch of times, but you couldn't pay me $1 million to go there on New Year's Eve. You couldn't pay me $1 million to go there on New Year's Eve. It's a fun place to visit, though. Miami never has much luck in that stadium. Aren't they playing in Yankee Stadium? What do you mean they never have much luck in that stadium? Isn't this game in Yankee Stadium? What are you talking about? Didn't Game Day go to New York one? Yeah, Game Day broadcast live from Times Square. I don't know, 3, 4 years ago, 5 years ago, something like that. Game's still in a commercial break. FSU previous uniforms were gorgeous, says Reggie Clark Jr. What was the best game of the regular season in your opinion? Oh, God, I don't know. I'd have to go back and really think about that. I'd really have to go back and think about that. Yankee fan? No. I don't know. I don't care nothing about baseball or the Yankees. Where's the Braves hat? I don't have a Braves hat. All right, here we go. 4th and 2. Shotgun with a couple of running backs this time. They hand it off, and they're going to lose 3 or 4 or 5 yards. Wow. Nobody blocked. I mean, there was 4 or 5 Rutgers defenders in the backfield by the time the running back got the ball. Turnover on downs. Boy, Miami is fucking horrendous. You're just here to get your sauce? Oh, I have no idea what that means. Good luck finding it. What's worse, New York City on New Year's Eve or New Orleans on the 4th of July? I don't know anything about New Orleans on the 4th of July. I've never heard anything about that. To me, a better comparison would be New York City on New Year's Eve or New Orleans on Mardi Gras. Well, but I don't know. All right, Rutgers takes over on the Miami 44-yard line, 1st and 10. They're up 11. Handoff on 1st down, trying to get to the outside. He's not going to get there. Dragged down right around the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up now for Rutgers. Miami's going to end up with the same amount of bowl wins as Florida. Dang. That's bad there. That's pretty bad there. Which games am I streaming tomorrow? Hold on a second. I'll look at the schedule. I know the Ohio State-Missouri game is on Patreon. I'll have to look at the other games on during the day and let you know in a second here. Let's watch this play. 2nd and 10. Quarterback keeps. Not much room. Gains a couple of yards. That's about it. 3rd and long coming up now for Rutgers. Let's check tomorrow's schedule of games here. Let's see. Tomorrow's Friday. Clemson and Kentucky at noon. Oregon State, Notre Dame at 2. Memphis, Iowa State at 3. Probably go live at noon. Probably go live at noon tomorrow for the early games. I ain't got no interest in Memphis and Iowa State at 3:30. So maybe we'll stream from starting with the Clemson-Kentucky game at noon. You got the Oregon State, Notre Dame at 2. And then Missouri and Ohio State comes on at 8 o'clock, but that'll be a Patreon stream. That'll be on Patreon. And Arizona, Oklahoma's on Patreon tonight. Those of you who are on the Patreon page, you know the deal. But for the Patreon streams, the link will be posted on Patreon tonight about 9 o'clock for the Oklahoma-Arizona game. The game starts at 9:15. I'll post a link on Patreon around 9 o'clock for the Arizona-Oklahoma game tonight. Tomorrow, Ohio State and Missouri. I'll post a link on Patreon around 7:45. The game starts at 8. There's the link to the Patreon page for those of you that don't have it. I just put it in the chat. Rutgers went for it on 4th down, and I believe they got it. They did. 1st and 10, Rutgers looking to chew up some clock here. A score here would definitely end it. It's probably already over for the ACC, but a score here would definitely end it. Lou, what do you do other than YouTube videos? What do you mean? Like, what's my daily routine? I mean, I get up, I eat breakfast, I exercise, do stuff with my kids, take vacations. What do you mean? What do you just want to know what I do on an hourly basis? What do you mean? What other hobbies do I have? What are you asking? The Miami Ducks are losing to Rutgers. ACC down bad. Yeah. The ACC's in rough shape. I think he's asking if this is your full-time job. Yeah, this is my full-time job. Lou likes to do some stamp collecting. Nah, never was into stamp collecting. I collected baseball cards when I was a kid, but that's really the only thing like that I've ever been into. 2nd and 3 for Rutgers. Around the 25. They keep it on the ground. Look to be about a yard short of the 1st down. 3rd and short coming up now for Rutgers. Damn, is this how Octavian feels every week? Yeah, Octavian's been down bad the last couple of years. His Florida Gators, it's not looking good for them, is it? Miami and Florida play next year. Boy, imagine the fan base of the losing team in that one. Oh, my God. Boy, if the loser of Miami versus Florida next year, you just have no hope for anything, do you? 3rd and 1 for Rutgers. Clock coming up on 5 minutes to go in the 4th quarter. Rutgers up 11. Shotgun, snap, handoff. Hit behind the line, but drags a man forward past the 1st down marker. 1st down, Rutgers. What time is the Florida game? If you find out, let me know. Miami is playing their 3rd string QB. Yeah, Southern Cal played their 3rd string QB yesterday and beat the absolute fuck out of the 2nd best team in the ACC. The 2nd best team in the ACC, Louisville, got absolutely destroyed by a bunch of Southern Cal 3rd stringers and walk-ons. The same Louisville team that Florida State couldn't even get a 1st down against them. Surprise, surprise, it's up to FSU, Clemson to save face for the ACC. Well, if you're counting on FSU, I got some bad news for you. Bad news. 2nd and 8 for Rutgers, under 4 minutes to go now. Miami is poverty, says Sinzi. Yeah, this is not a good performance from Miami. Miami has never lost to Rutgers, and they used to be in the same conference for a long time, the Big East. This will be the first time in history Miami has lost to Rutgers. Mario Cristobal needs to answer some tough questions. This is another disappointing season for Miami with him. The recruiting is great, but good God, at some point you got to learn how to coach on Saturdays. Florida won't have a good season until Billy gets fired. Yeah, Billy Napier will get fired after this season. Coming up after next season. Louisville scored 6 points on FSU. Yeah, and FSU only scored 16 on them. Point is, you're making excuses for Miami because they're playing a third-string quarterback whenever Southern Cal beat the absolute fuck out of Louisville with a third-string quarterback. Southern Cal's entire team was gone, and they beat the second-best team the ACC has to offer. They beat the absolute life out of Louisville. Yeah, this is bad for Miami here. Miami beat Texas A&M and threw a parade. Yeah, they thought they were something in week 2. Miami is not back last in the We're Back rankings. Well, we'll have to wait and see how the other teams do. We haven't seen Notre Dame or Tennessee play yet. Notre Dame plays tomorrow. Tennessee, I think, plays New Year's Day. Is that right? We'll have to wait and see how they do. But, yeah, not a good look for Miami in terms of the We're Back rankings. Not a good look at all. Florida is last in the We're Back rankings. Well, we haven't officially added Florida to the We're Back rankings yet. We're going to wait to the offseason to make a decision on that. Florida versus Miami week 1 next year is the loser's doomed bowl. Yeah, I feel look, whoever loses that game, that entire fan base is going to be in shambles. Because those are 2 bad teams. If you're so bad you can't beat one of those teams, oh boy. You got nothing to look forward to, and it's week 1. I mean, you might as well give up in week 1 if you lose that one. Lou, what'd you think about the transfer from Boise State coming to Arkansas? I have no idea who or what you're talking about. It's impossible for me to keep up with all these transfers. I definitely don't know anything about a transfer from Boise State to Arkansas, so I can't offer an opinion on that. Will Napier make it to the Texas game? Is the Texas game in November? I mean, if he's going to get fired, it's probably going to be in November. Florida versus Miami in the Our Coaches Getting Fired Bowl. Lou, do you like Louisiana food? I like some of it. I like a lot of it, actually. Here's I don't like things that are really spicy. So I could like or not like something just based on how spicy the person that makes it. Like gumbo, jambalaya, shrimp and grits, that kind of, I love that kind of stuff if it's not too spicy. That's I like alligator. Does that count as Louisiana food? Boise State QB, big athletic kid from Louisville, Texas. Yeah, that's amazing. That's great. That's great. Are you also streaming the NC State-Kansas State game? No, I'm going to stream till the end of this Miami-Rutgers game, and I might stay on for a few minutes after that. But I'm not streaming the whole NC State. Maybe we'll watch some of it. We'll see. I'll keep the stream going. When the Miami game ends, I'll keep the stream going for a little while. Maybe we'll see the beginning of this next game. But I'm not streaming the entire NC State-Kansas State game, no. Because I'm coming back on at 9 o'clock to do the Arizona-Oklahoma game on Patreon. Lou can't handle the heat. Yeah. What heat is it you think I can't handle? And what is it that I'm doing that leads you to believe there's anything I can't handle? I'm live streaming 40 hours a week. What am I hiding from? What is it I can't handle? Fucking dipshit. You fucking dumbass. You're the one that can't take the fucking heat. You hide in internet comment sections with no profile pictures and anonymous names, and when shit doesn't go your way, you disappear like a fart in a windstorm, create a new account with a different name, and come back again. That's not being able to take the heat. Putting your face on camera day in and day out, 365 days a year, that's an indication of somebody who can take the heat. Fucking nitwit, damn nincompoop. Where's the Oklahoma man that thinks they are back-to-back champs? I don't know. There's an Oklahoma man that thinks they're winning back-to-back natties? Lou, please, dear God, let UJ beat the brakes off Florida State so the White Tonto can finally stop with the committee's SEC bias. Oh, they're never going to stop with that, Enrique. That's their crutch. That's their crutch. They're never going to stop with that. But yeah, Georgia's going to beat the life out of Florida State. That's for sure. That's for sure. I'll be streaming that on YouTube, right here on YouTube on Saturday. Miami should be off the we're back list in 24. Fans know they ain't back. Unfortunately, I just know that's not going to be true. There's going to be Miami fans this offseason that do it again. They never let us down in that regard. 14-point game now, 31-17. Rutgers up, only 2:35 left. So desperation time for Miami. They need to score and score quick here, or it's going to be over. Talking about spicy food. Oh, okay, yeah. I can't take that heat. I guess you're right then. More than that. Yo, what's up, Zeus? Good morning, buddy. UJ minus 20 versus FSU. What are you thinking? I would take Georgia up to 3 touchdowns. But yeah, the line has gone way up. It was 13, then it went to 15, then it went to 16, then 17. This morning it was 19. I think now it's up to 20. Just everybody and their brother putting money on UGA because Florida State's that damn bad. Pass complete up near midfield. Gain of about 20 for Miami. Clock continues to run. They're in hurry-up mode now, rushing back to the line of scrimmage. 4 wide receivers. Miami in a shotgun with a running back there too. Gotta hurry. Back to throw. Looking. Steps up in the pocket. Scrambles out to his right. Now he's going to run. And he gets out of bounds just short of another first down. Picks up about 8 yards. Clock stops with 2:01 to go in the fourth quarter. Dan Blacksher says the ACC is on life support. Yes, they're in rough shape. They're in rough shape, ain't they? Is FSU the worst top 5 team of all time? Oh, I don't know. I'd have to go back and look throughout history, but they're pretty bad, aren't they? They're pretty bad. 2nd and 1 for Miami. They are in Rutgers territory, but they're running out of time. 1:45 and the clock is ticking. Back to throw. Rolling to the left. Looks like he wants to go deep. Has to settle for something underneath. Short completion does pick up the first down, though. Under 2 minutes to go now. Clock should stop for first downs and out of bounds. Lou, would you take Miami to the SEC? I don't think the SEC needs to add anybody, but it wouldn't bother me if they did. 1st and 10. I don't want the SEC to add any more teams until they figure out the damn scheduling. I'm so sick of this 8-conference game shit. You keep adding teams and then not playing more conference games. It just doesn't make any sense. Pass caught by Restrepo down to the 35, but tackled inbound, so the clock will continue to run. Under 1.5 minutes to go now. Miami down 14. 2nd and 4. 4 wide. 1:20 to go. Back to throw. Got to go deep at some point. Quarterback scrambles out to his right, looking downfield. Now he's going to run again. But that's just not getting it done. A gain of 5 or 6 yards. I mean, he picks up the first down, but you got to score a touchdown quick. You got to score a touchdown quick here. Lou, with this display from the ACC, would a college football playoff have to spot the ACC a couple of wins to help them have a chance to make the playoffs next year? Oh, boy. People are piling on the ACC. Cristobal looks confused. He probably is confused. Miami's never lost to Rutgers. This has got to be confusing. First and 10 for Miami on the 23-yard line. They need a touchdown quick and then an onside kick. Back to throw. Into the end zone. Incomplete. Overthrown and off target. 2nd and 10 coming up now. Mario trying to recruit out there instead of coaching. Yeah, he's a great recruiter, but my God, like I said earlier, It's great that you can recruit, but eventually you got to coach on Saturdays. Look at him. He still looks confused. Somebody should just hire Mario Cristobal as a recruiting coordinator. I mean, just like every day that goes by is just more and more proof that maybe this guy can't cut it as a coach, a game day coach. 2nd and 10. He's great at acquiring talent. Quarterback running for his life. Going to take off again. Again, another one of these 4 or 5 yard gains. That's just not going to get it. 56 seconds to go, and it's going to be 3rd down. Lou, will this stream be streaming the rest of the games today? No. We're going to stream till the end of this game. Then I'll probably stay on for a few more minutes and just hang out with y'all in the comments section or whatever. But then I'm going to end the stream, and I'll be back on tonight at 9 o'clock for Arizona versus Oklahoma. But that's the Patreon stream today. So that'll be on the Patreon page. There it is right there. There you go. There's a link to the Patreon page. 3rd and 4. Quarterback throws. Incomplete. Nearly intercepted. 4th and 4 coming up for Miami with 49 seconds to go. Mario wastes more talent than a waste management company. Dang. It's pretty bad, I think. Georgia got a bye in the Orange Bowl. Yeah, Florida State's not any good. That's a fact. That's a fact. 4th and 4. On the 17. 4 wide and a shotgun. Got to pick it up here or it's game over. Back to throw. Over the middle. Caught by Restrepo. Thrown behind him. A bad throw, but Restrepo spun around and makes the catch. 1st and goal, Miami with 45 seconds to go. Bettors are nervous? No. Rutgers was only like a 2 or a 3 point favorite. Into the end zone, incomplete. Michigan about to put old Nick to bed at the retirement home, says Biggs Mikes. Woo Pig, 1964. The ACC is now a group of 6. College Football Playoff Committee finally admitted it. What? It doesn't matter whether you're a group of 5, Power 5, group of 4, Power 6. It doesn't matter what we call any of that. In a 12-team playoff, the 6 highest-ranked conference champions are getting into playoffs, period. It doesn't matter whether they're in a conference that we refer to as the Power 5 or not. Pass into the end zone, way out of reach. Just no way. Nobody had a shot at that one. 3rd and goal coming up now for Miami. 32 seconds left in the game. All the Miami fans live on the internet, their rented stadium is quieter than a bookstore. I don't see Michigan beating Bama 2 different levels, says Kirby's Belt. Says 2nd and goal. I thought it was 3rd and goal, but says 2nd and goal. Pass incomplete. I think a flag came in, though. Yeah, they're going to get Rutgers for pass interference, but I don't know that it's going to matter. Time is the issue, not field position. Cristobal's head coach rating equals 5-star dummy, says Enrique. Man, I hate to hear that.
5-star dummy.
I hate to hear that. That's terrible. Oh, that's the 2nd pass interference called in. No wonder I thought it was 3rd and goal. So it's going to be 1st and goal again. This is the 3rd 1st and goal Miami has had, this time from the 1-yard line. Maybe the quarterback just wants to run it in. I don't know. The danger with that is if you don't make it, a lot of time ticks off the clock. Motion, snap. It is a quarterback run. Touchdown, Miami. So Miami pulls within 7. Well, an extra point will make it a 7-point game, and we're going to see an onside kick here. I like the New Year's hat. No, this is a New York hat. Miami is back on their Miami is back on their way to Miami with an L. Yeah. Toting a giant L back to Coral Gables, it looks like, don't it? This guy has so much baseball hats. This isn't a baseball hat. This is just a New York hat. Lou, what's up with these hats? What do you mean? What do you mean, what's up with them? Bama shouldn't be in the playoffs, says Sidetrack Beats. Ed Reed is pissed. Ed Reed. Ed Reed, 5 rings, 30 for 30. The U is back. For not liking baseball, you should have a lot of baseball hats. This is just a New York hat, man. Not a baseball hat. Miami just scored a touchdown. Miami is back. Yep, Miami is back. Back to losing 1-score games instead of 2-score games, I guess. Ticker says an LA hat. It was an LA hat a minute ago. Somebody in the comment section was from New York, so I switched it to a New York hat. What do you want me to do? Do you want me to change the ticker or change my hat? You let me know. How many times has Bama gone 15-0? Never. They don't have the ability to do that. Bama's never gone 15-0. All right, here comes the onside kick. But first, yet another Rutgers timeout. Stands for New Year. No, this stands for New York. If Cristobal didn't act like he was playing Madden, Miami wouldn't be in this mess, says Floby. New York is the worst state in America. I don't know, man. I don't know about that. I don't know about that. You ever been to West Virginia? Ever been to Arkansas? Ever been to Mississippi? Ever been to Iowa? Ever been to Nebraska? Ever been to North or South Dakota? Wyoming? All right, here comes the onside kick. 27 seconds to go. Miami needs a miracle. There's the kick. Uh-oh. I think Miami got the damn thing. Holy shit. Oh, boy, Miami is definitely back now. Miami recovered it. Miami is definitely back now. There's no question about it. Miami is back. This is great. "25 seconds to go." Hell, I hope Miami comes back and wins. I bet on Miami to win, but hell, I done give up. Just figured I was going to lose about an hour ago, so I quit worrying about it. But hell, maybe they can make something happen. They've got they're on their own 44, 2 timeouts in 25 seconds. Pass complete, but only picks up 3 or 4 yards. Again, that's not going to cut it. I mean, they're barely at midfield, and there's only 21 seconds to go. They're going to have to take some chances down the field here. They've got 2 timeouts. I mean, they can throw it over the middle. They can throw a deep post, deep crossing route, something, but they're going to have to take some shots downfield here. These 3 and 4 yard completions ain't going to cut it. Second down on their own 48. Motion. Snap. Back to throw. Scrambling. Throws. Over the head of the intended wide receiver and incomplete. 3rd and 6 coming up with 16 seconds to go. By Insanity says, Buckeye fan here, love your content. You're the reason there is no off-season. Hashtag 1998. Thank you, buddy. I appreciate that. Yeah, there's no off-season here. We do this dumb shit year-round. We do this year-round. Back to throw. Incomplete. Intended for Restrepo, but he wasn't even looking for the ball. And he was open, too. I don't know what happened there. He wasn't even looking for the ball. Would have been a first down. Instead, it's going to be 4th and 6 with 13 seconds to go. Chesapeake Bay, Hudson Bay. All right, I'm out, Lou. Keep up the great content. All right, Blake, take it easy, buddy. Here we go, 4th and 6. Back to throw. Short of the first down. Unbelievable. That's short of the first down. I don't understand that. 4th and 6. First of all, why do you run a 5-yard route? That's mistake number 1. And as the quarterback, why do you throw the ball to him? Throw it to somebody else. Give yourself a chance. I mean, that's well short of the first down. They don't even need to measure that. I mean, it wasn't even close. I mean, I get aggravated enough when it's like the second quarter and it's 3rd and 7 and some team throws a 6-yard pass. Imagine the end of the game, everything on the line, 4th and 7, and you're out here throwing 6-yard passes. I mean, this shit don't make no sense. Yeah, I mean, that's not a first down. I don't care how many times they show the replay. That's not a first down. Miami loses. Wow. What a crying shame that is. What an absolute disaster. The ACC is in dire straits. Absolute shambles. Absolute shambles for the ACC. Ed Reed just broke his TV. Ed Reed, 5 rings, 30 for 30. Miami is back. They reviewed it for no reason, and of course they confirmed it because it was obviously short. All the Florida teams are poverty, says Will Eubanks. Man, that is sad. It really is. The Rutgers Scarlet Knights get their first win ever over Miami. Old Big East rivals from back in the day, Rutgers and Miami. Miami used to beat up on them like a drum every single year. Rutgers has never beaten Miami until today. Shout out Mario Cristobal. Shout out Mario Cristobal. ACC on life support peaked in week 2, says Jay. Damn. But you know what? You might be right. The damn Pop-Tart Bowl. Pop-Tart Bowl. Who we got in this one? Who we got in this one? Kansas State or NC State? I'll bet on whoever tells me whoever's comment I see first. Let me pull it up first and then I'll look. Football. Kansas State minus 3.5 or NC State plus 3.5. Kansas State, NC State, another ACC loss. NC State, Kansas State. All right, Kansas State it is. All right, I got Kansas State minus 3.5 because y'all said so. That means NC State's going to win. I can't pick one of these bowl games right to save my life. Yep, K-State. I'm an idiot, I guess. 1st and 10 on the ground. Kansas State picks up 20 yards. I'm a genius. I'm an absolute genius. Here, let's do this. We'll change the title to It's a New York Hat. It's a New York Hat, and we'll change the title to NC State, K-State. And let's see. What can we change the picture to? Gotta change the picture for the live stream. Let's see. That'll work. Alright. Fix the title and the thumbnail, I think. You want me to change the bottom of the screen so it stops confusing y'all too? It's a New York hat. There you go. Hey, it's a New York hat. Thrown into the end zone, but incomplete. It's going to bring up 3rd down. Look at this quarterback's hair. It's like a curly Trevor Lawrence. Look at this quarterback for Kansas State. Look at that head of hair he's got. Look at that. A fresh perm. My man's got a fresh perm. My man's got a fresh perm in that. Now that's something serious. 3rd and 5 for K-State. They're on the NC State 37-yard line. Pistol formation. Handoff. Nowhere to go. Didn't gain a yard. 4th and 5. Will, your comment on Joe Milton was a Heisman moment. Sitting out to get ready to sell car insurance. Well, that's basically what he's doing. He's never playing in the NFL. He's already older than like 80% of the NFL quarterbacks. He's not playing in the NFL. Can Uncle Lou hit the Heisman pose? How many times? What, one time? Hit the Heisman one time? Of course I can. I'm a former Heisman winner myself. I won the Jim Thorpe Award. Love the New Year's hat. This isn't a New Year's hat, it's a New York hat. Uh-oh. Touchdown, Kansas State. I told y'all, Kansas State. Kansas State. Let's go. Let's go, K-State. Let's go. Let's go. Hashtag pay Lou. Pay Lou. Let me get at least one game right today. Is it time for the fire Mario Cristobal fans? Well, you know, there's always some Miami fans who want the coach fired the day after they hire somebody. This Goldilocks quarterback for Kansas State might be onto something here. Kansas State might have found them something with this Goldilocks quarterback they got. Lou repping the New Year's 6. No, this is a New York hat. This is just a New York hat. Looks like the ACC might be down bad, huh? Looks like the ACC might be down bad. New York Yankees hat. No, it's not a Yankees hat. It's just a New York hat. I don't even watch baseball. It's just a New York hat. It's just a New York hat. That's it. Stop mistreating Lou's hat. Yeah, I don't understand what y'all's obsession is with my hats, but it's a good idea. Whoever said that about leaving my hats alone. NC State with a nice gain on the ground, picks up about 15 or so. First down, NC State. Coming up on 12 minutes to go in the first quarter. Kansas State got the ball first, went right down the field and scored. They're up 7-0 early in the Pop-Tarts Bowl. Get Lou to 200 likes. Yeah, there's 274 people in here. We need to be to 200 likes soon. Hey, Lou, who's winning, Liberty or Oregon? Is that a serious question? Is that a serious question? Oregon is winning. 1st and 10. Handoff. Nowhere to go this time. Stood up at the line of scrimmage for no gain. 2nd and 10 now coming up for NC State. Oregon is building a Georgia clone program, says Sans Pure 91. If you don't click like on the video, you have to sleep with Lizzo with the lights on. Oh, no. Oh, no. That's terrible. That's terrible there. 2nd and 10 for NC State, coming up on 11 minutes to go now. They've got the ball on their own 23, down 7-0 early in the Pop-Tart Bowl. Back to throw. No, quarterback draw. Again, nowhere to go. Hit at the line of scrimmage, falls forward for about a yard. 3rd and long coming up for the Wolfpack. Is the U still back? Yeah, the U is back. Back to losing 5 and 6 games a year like normal. Yeah. Hey, idiots, read the description. It's a New York cat. Yeah, it literally says it in the title of the video and scrolling on the bottom of the screen, but this is a New York cat. Yeah, and Oklahoma versus Arizona tonight on Patreon at 9 p.m. So those of you who are members on the Patreon page, you already know. The link will be posted at 9 o'clock for tonight's live stream, Arizona versus Oklahoma on the Patreon page. If you're not on Patreon, I'm not sure what's wrong with you, but there's the link to the Patreon page right there. I just posted it in the comments. It's also in the description of the description of the video. Don't forget to hit the thumbs up too. That really is a big help to a live stream. So if y'all are watching, and 279 of you are, go ahead and hit the thumbs up. 3rd and 14 coming up for the Wolfpack on their own 19-yard line. They got 4 wide receivers, trips to the bottom. Snap, back to throw. Complete, but well short of the first down and hit right away. Gained about 5 yards, not nearly enough. 4th and 9 or so coming up, and NC State's going to have to punt it away. Lizzo naked looks like the poop emoji on my phone. You've seen Lizzo naked? That's interesting to me, like that you've seen her Lizzo naked. Did you search that out, or was it forced upon you? I don't believe in Dulles Turner, says Auburn man. Fair catch called by K-State at their own 39. So they'll have pretty good field position here to start their second possession. And this Goldilocks quarterback that can't, Will Howard transferred their starting quarterback. So they're playing a backup here. But this Goldilocks looked good on that first drive for Kansas State. They might have found something with this curly Q looking motherfucker here they got at quarterback. This Goldilocks looking guy. Was the hat made in New York? No, nothing's made in New York. Nothing, except bagels. Bagels and fake designer accessories are made in New York. That's it. How much is Auburn losing to Maryland by? Auburn is a joke. I think that'll be a pretty good game, actually. I think they said he's a freshman, Lou. Yeah, he is a freshman. Who you got, Missouri or Ohio State? Man, that's a tough one. I kind of assumed Ohio State would have a bunch of quitters, but it looks like they don't have any. Now, they've got some players, obviously, that have transferred, like their starting quarterback and Julian Fleming, their slot receiver, but it looks like the rest of them are going to play like all the NFL, Marvin Harrison and everybody on their defense. So I was leaning towards picking Mizzou early on, but I don't know, man. The closer it gets to game time, the more I'm thinking Ohio State might win it. I do think Ohio State is a better team than Missouri. All things being equal, the regular season version of those two teams that we watched play all year, I think Ohio State's slightly better than Missouri. Marvin Harrison hasn't been practicing, says Jacob. I'll be surprised if Marvin plays, says A. Ohio. You think he's going to quit? Paul says Ohio State will win. Colorado fans already saying they're going undefeated and winning the Natty next year. Yeah, they're delusional. Well, first of all, they're not Colorado fans. Nope, the Colorado fans aren't saying that. It's Dion stands that are saying that. And there's a difference. Dion could quit Colorado today, become the coach of some WNBA team tomorrow, and those same people talking about Colorado right now would then be talking about how great that WNBA team is going to do. They're just Dion fans. They're not college football fans. They never watched college football before. And all they do now is watch Colorado. I've had people tell me with a straight face in real life that Primetime might coach at Bama after Nick Saban. I'd be shocked if that happens. I'd be absolutely shocked if that happens. Dion got black folks eating almonds. Is that something black people don't normally eat or something? Do black people not normally eat almonds? Did Brock Bowser's quit yet? No, he's hurt. Him and Amarius Mims are hurt. Lou, is that what Dion Dingleberries are? Yeah, Dion Dingleberries are just Dion stands. Are we going to hear Deion Sanders fans this offseason? Yeah, you're already hearing them. You're already hearing them. No, he's hurt. He didn't quit. He's hurt. Him and Amarius Mims are hurt. If any other Georgia player doesn't play, then they're quitters. But those two are hurt. First and 10, K-State on the ground, but they slip and fall. Tried to get to the corner and he lost his footing. The grass monster remains undefeated. You cannot get out of a tackle from the grass monster. Loss of a yard on the play. 2nd and 11 coming up now for K-State. Michigan, Penn State, and Ohio State all losing bowl games. Damn, that would be bad. That would be real bad if that happened. 2nd and 11. K-State on their own 38 now after that loss of a yard on the last play. Back to throw. Goldilocks pass complete. Hit right away. Gain of about 5 on the play. Just a short little hook route. 3rd down coming up for Kansas State. Colorado going to shock next season. What are they going to do? Win 6 games? That would shock me. What if the Big Ten goes undefeated and bowl games? 3rd and 6 for Kansas State. They're up 7-0. 8.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Shotgun for Goldilocks. 3 wide to the top. Back to throw. Goldilocks looking. Steps up in the pocket. Nowhere to go with the ball. Finally gets rid of it. Incomplete. Boy, that was a rocket, too. Pretty good pass. Probably should have been caught. 4th and 6. Kansas State will probably have to kick it away here. Colorado had the 99th recruiting class. Yeah, they only signed like 6 kids in their recruiting class. Punt team out on the field for Kansas State. The kick is away. Fair catch called and made at the 14. NC State will have their second possession, 1st and 10 on their own 14. Lou, I love you, New York hat. Where'd you get it? The internet. No, I got this from the mall, actually. I actually got this in the mall, not the internet. Thank you. Goldilocks is a baller, says Backyard Games. Yeah, he looked good. He's looked good so far. Breaking news. Colorado's been renamed to Dion Dingleberry University. Enrollment expected to skyrocket. Lou, do you like Air Jordans? They're all right. I actually just got a pair, and it's the first pair of Jordans I've ever owned. Like, literally just got a pair, like, a month ago. And it's the first pair of Jordans I've ever owned. But so far, so good. I mean, they're all right. I would think Will Howard would have opted out. Well, he transferred. Is that what you mean? My fiance bought me a pair and a Jordan fit for Christmas, says Spike. Uncle Lou, how much is the UJ mini helmet on the shelf? All these mini helmets range in price from $20 to $40, basically. Yep. Lou, who do you expect to lose their spring game this year? I don't know. I'm looking forward to somebody losing their spring game, but we got to wait and see who. We got to watch the game first. But yeah, that was fun last year. I had a couple of teams lost their spring game. Yeah, I'm looking forward to that. Colorado might go 8-4. They play in the weak Big 12 now. South Carolina will lose their spring game, says Will. That's a strong possibility. Todd says, you know you're down bad when you lose to Rutgers. Yeah, especially when you've never lost to them ever before in history. Miami, they used to be in the Big East together, Miami and Rutgers, and Miami beat up on them like a drum. Miami's never lost to Rutgers in school history. Mario Cristobal out here breaking records. Yep. It's probably going to be Florida again. Also, we're not losing our spring game. Yeah, Florida spring game. Well, they got DJ Lagway. So the fans are going to go nuts if he completes a screen pass, Tim says, I will be at Ole Miss spring game. Alabama has lost their spring game ever since I can remember, says Hacker Music. They definitely lost their spring game last year. Alabama looked terrible in their spring game last year. Mainly because the quarterbacks looked terrible. Florida, Miami will literally be the toilet preseason bowl next year. Yeah, we were talking about that game earlier. Imagine how depressed the losing fan base is going to be. Miami and Florida are both terrible, horrific teams. But imagine if you're so bad that you can't beat the other. Like the losing fan base in that game is going to be severe depression. What's up, Twisted Tailgate? Colorado will go 10-2, says Invincible Ninja. 1st and 10 for NC State. Their second possession of the game. They're on their own 14. Back to throw. Armstrong looking, steps up in the pocket. Now he's going to run. And he picks up a first down, gains about 15 yards up to the 28, 29-yard line. Good play by NC State. Lou, what's your favorite meme ever? I don't have favorite memes. Florida State NY6 game will be a death sentence to Florida State. Oh, no. Man, I hope that's not true. That'd be sad. That'd be sad to see. That would tear me up. 1st and 10 again for NC State. 7.5 minutes to go now in the first quarter. Ball on their own 29. Back to throw again. Good protection. Throw short of the intended receiver on a comeback route. 2nd and 10 coming up now for NC State. Hope your day was good. Yeah, it was. Hope yours was too. The Oklahoma-Arizona game is on Patreon. Yeah, it's on Patreon. If you don't know how the Patreon streams work, there's a link in the description of this video. It'll take you to the Patreon page. And you can have a look around. And then the game's at 9:15. So around 9 o'clock tonight, I'll post a link on that Patreon page for the live stream. Just go over to the Patreon page. You'll see the link there. It'll say Arizona versus Oklahoma Patreon stream. You just click that link and it'll take you to the Arizona-Oklahoma live stream. And I just posted the Patreon link in the chat if you wanna check it out. Woo, who will you be pulling for Miami versus Florida? Well, I'll always pull for the SEC. But that's a no-lose situation for me. Whenever two teams play that have huge internet fan bases, it's no-lose situation for me. Whoever loses, I get to clown. I get to clown them, you know. 3rd and 9. Armstrong goes deep. Nobody home. Miscommunication, or the receiver fell down or something, but there was literally nobody within 20 yards of that football when it landed. 4th and 9. NC State's going to have to punt it away again. ACC continues to disappoint. Rutgers pulled through. Yep, Rutgers beat Miami. You must not have developed critical thinking skills yet. I think he's talking to somebody else in the chat, because I clearly have excellent critical thinking skills. 4th and 9. The punt is away. Fair catch called. Uh-oh. Fumble. Kansas State recovers. Might be probably going to be kick catch interference here. An NC State player ran into the Kansas State player as he was trying to make the catch, leading to a fumble. But Kansas State recovered the fumble anyway. So no matter what the flag is, it's still going to be Kansas State's ball. But we'll see what the flag is here. Lou, I still see Michigan homers on YouTube saying McCarthy should have won the Heisman. What? McCarthy was nowhere near a Heisman level QB. Michigan and Alabama are in the playoffs despite their quarterbacks. Not because they have great quarterbacks. They waved the flag off. Initially, they called kick catch interference. They waved that off. And now I think they called a block in the back on the kicking team. I'm confused. They waved off the kick catch interference penalty, so that was no penalty. But then they said illegal block in the back, but they pointed towards the kicking team, not the receiving team. So I don't know. You know what it is? The referees don't know, honestly. The referees are so fucking dumb anymore. Do you think Quinn Ewers is a good QB? Yeah, I think he's all right. Lou, when was the last time you went to a college football game, since you always stream? I went to Georgia Tech last season, 2022 season. They said the fair catch was late, so they waved it off, but I disagree. It was kind of late. The fair catch, the fair catch symbol was kind of late. Nice New York cat. Yeah, thank you. Yes, a New York cat. Thank you. Thank you. Favorite game you've ever been to? 2000, Georgia versus Tennessee, when the goalpost came down. What's a better rematch, Bama versus Georgia or Bama versus UT? I think both would be good games. Most overrated person next season, Dion or Lagway? Dion. Lagway's not playing. Lagway's not playing unless Graham Mertz gets hurt. Hard to overrate somebody who's riding the bench. Are you planning on going to the Georgia Clemson game next year? I doubt it. I doubt it. Probably stay home and stream that one. Most stressful game? 2017 Rose Bowl, 2017 National Championship game, 2018 SEC Championship game, 2021 National Title game, the one against Bama, and the 2022 Peach Bowl game against Ohio State. Those were the most stressful games, probably. All were big games. All were close, at least most of the game. The 2021 National Championship game wasn't close in the end, but it was close into the fourth quarter. Could UGA really run it up on FSU if they chose to? Yes. 1st and 10 for Kansas State. Pretty bad field position this time on their own 16. Goldilocks in a shotgun. Hands it off. Cuts it upfield. Makes a couple of guys miss and then drags another player or two. Ends up picking up about 9 yards. That's a good looking run by Giddens, the Kansas State running back here. 2nd and 1 coming up now for Kansas State. Which during the Jake Fromm era pissed you off the most? Which game during the Jake Fromm era pissed me off the most? Well, the national championship game. That's a pretty obvious answer there. Don't get any bigger than that. 1st and 10. Pistol formation. Goldilocks ready for the ball. Snap. Play action pass. Scrambling. Has to throw it out of bounds. Incomplete. No, I'm sorry. It was 1st and 10. I didn't think they got a first down on that. I thought they gained about 9 yards. That's why I said 2nd and 1, but they actually gave them a first down. So that was a 1st and 10 incomplete pass, not a 2nd and 1. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for Kansas State. Goldilocks scrambled out to his right, nowhere to go with the ball, and had to throw it away. So it's going to be 2nd and 10 now for Kansas State. They're up 7-0 over NC State in the Pop-Tart Bowl. I think this was formerly known as the Cheez-It Bowl. Used to be the Cheez-It Bowl, now the Pop-Tart Bowl, I believe. 2nd and 10, Kansas State keeps it on the ground right up the gut. Only picks up about a yard, maybe 2. How many opt-out does Georgia have for this practice game? None that have been announced. So unless they just don't play for whatever reason, but none have announced that they're opting out, which is, of course, code for quitting. Goldilocks wants to throw. Throws short and incomplete. Had a man open, underthrew him. Incomplete. It's going to be 4th and 8. Kansas State will have to punt it away again. What team you hate the most in college football? I don't really hate any teams at all. I don't really hate. Usually, if Georgia was going to go 1-11, I would want the one win to be against South Carolina. But not because I hate them. It's just a geography thing. I live on the border of South Carolina. I grew up with a lot of Carolina fans. Ohio State will dominate college football next season. The win over Missouri will prove it. Yep, we've been hearing that year after year after year. The only way you're dominating anything at all is if you don't have to play any SEC teams and you somehow avoid Michigan. But if any of those two things happen, you're likely to lose. No, I don't hate any fan bases either. Milroe going to bring one home for the SEC, says K-Star. What if an alternate universe Florida State blows out Georgia? How would the college football world react, Lou? That would be a really, really bad loss because Georgia's just a lot better than Florida State. Thoughts on UJ fans bashing Chaz Chandler on returning for his senior season? I think fans have a right to criticize players any way they choose. I don't think Chaz Chandler is any good. I don't think he's any good. So, I'm not going to tell other fans, how they can and can't act when it comes to criticizing players. But I don't think Chaz Chandler is very good at all. Second and 7 for NC State. Pistol formation on their own 29. Armstrong talking to the line of scrimmage. Now he's ready. Snap. Hands it off. Trying to get to the outside. No room. It's going to be tackled for a 2-yard loss. 3rd and 9 coming up now for NC State. Lou doesn't hate fan bases, but he will call them butt-chugging retards. Yeah. You shouldn't hate retards, man. You know how wrong that is? That's low. If you hate a retard, that's wrong, man. So I don't hate the retards that comment in my comment section. Are you streaming the playoff games? Yeah, Alabama and Michigan on Patreon, Texas and Washington on YouTube. OSU would not be favored over most of the top 10. They are about to lose to Missouri, says Brett Rocamore. Uh-oh, nice play by NC State here. Up close to midfield before getting tossed out of bounds like a rag doll. Nice play, though. Gain of what? 5, 10, 15. Gain of about 16, 17 yards by the quarterback here. Just a straight quarterback draw. Got to the second level and he was gone. Across the 45 to the 46, 47-yard line. Nice play from NC State. And this is their best drive of the game so far. They're down 7-0 to Kansas State with 2.5 minutes to go in the first quarter. Shotgun again. Armstrong ready. Snap. Handoff. Counter. Trying to get to the outside. He gets there. Picks up another 7 or 8 yards again before getting thrown out of bounds. Second and short coming up now for NC State. I'm here a little late. Oh, that's all right, Devin. I'm not streaming this whole game anyway. In fact, there's still not 200 likes. And that was like 30 minutes ago when I asked y'all to hit the like button and get to 200 likes. So I think we'll end it now because nobody likes the stream anyway. So I'll be back at 9 o'clock on Patreon for Arizona versus Oklahoma. Come hang out with us. We have a really good time on those streams. There's a link to the Patreon page in the description of this video. If you're not signed up on Patreon and you want to check it out, just click that link. I'll post it again right here in the comments section. But there you go. Sorry y'all didn't like the stream. I'll try to do better at 9 o'clock.